Hey guys, make sure to subscribe and join the Discord server down below. Thanks for 400 subs. Titanfall 2 is a game about the greatest love story ever told between a man and his robot trying to make their way across the harsh environments of California so they can find a ball of electricity powerful enough to keep the Apex servers from crashing. To do this, you need to bash, crash, and smash your way through hundreds of low-paid military grunts with a giant steel behemoth that somehow has more of a personality than half the characters in this game. There are plenty of parts, so let's start with the story. You take the place of generic army soldier number 12,025 who wants to become a pilot after taking a break from being the protagonist in every single COD game. You're mentored by this old dude who teaches you how to get good by staking you in a VR sim. This guy seems nice, I'm sure he won't die in the next 10 minutes.
This is the real thing. Take care of him.
Nope, there he goes. You travel with the Titan known as BT to try and regroup with Major Anderson, a guy who was on a secret mission to discover a hidden weapon, so I'm sure he'll be alive when we find him. On the way to finding both halves of Major Anderson, you navigate through a hostile planet full of soldiers, robots, enemy titans, and a myriad of bosses including the Joker, an edgy robot, Arnold Schwarzenegger, a guy who talks like he's giving CSGO callouts, and a Tumblr reject. All of these guys get murdered in horrible ways in order for you to progress the story, but whatever, they were evil, so it doesn't matter. However, the main target, Cuban Bliss, committed the worst crime out of all of them, being Australian. But the game doesn't let you fight him, so he runs off to go start a rip-off Hunger Games after the story ends. After killing the Apex Predators, you and BT travel across the Earth to find out that the giant blue power source is being used for a huge cannon with enough power to wipe England completely off the map. While that would be the best thing to happen to England in the past 30 years, you're morally obligated to stop that from happening by jamming the blue energy ball into BT to try and steal it. Then BT gets murdered, but not really, the ball gets stolen, you get an aimbot pistol that one-shots everything, BT comes back, you kill the emo chick, and he throws you like a football into some rubble and dies again. Then an alcoholic rescues you and saves you from the destroyed planet Earth. So the story. What did I think? It's pretty good. Pretty much, it's an action movie in a video game, so I didn't really care about any of the characters except BT because he's a sentient robot mech, so it's impossible to dislike him. The bosses were really easy, even on hard difficulty, but that didn't take away any of the fun from the experience because it made you feel like an unstoppable killing machine and you don't really want to try and focus on the logic of the game. It doesn't really make sense that a foot soldier who just got a mech 10 minutes ago can wipe out hundreds of soldiers and kill trained mercenaries, but I don't really care, it was fun. So we've gone over the story and what makes it fun, but what about the multiplayer? The main reason you bought this game is probably because of the multiplayer, and let me tell you, it's just as rewarding as it is punishing. In most shooters, you've got the ability to run, jump, slide, crouch, and all the other basic movement options, and that pretty much restricts you to the ground, with only a few exceptions. Titanfall 2 looks at that and goes, yeah, that's cool and all, but what if we let the player move around at the speed of light with a grappling hook? The most unique thing about this game besides the Titans is for sure the movement options that you have at your disposal. You like stealth? Invisibility cloak. You like going fast? Here, inject liquid crack into your robot veins. Want to swing around like Spider-Man at 100 miles an hour? Grappling hook. The list goes on with tons of fun movement options for you to experiment and mix weapons, perks, and Titans with, all that suit your murderous needs. Titanfall ditches the traditional XP system by allowing you to level up guns by obtaining a certain amount of kills with them, which after playing for a while is easy to do. What also complements the weapons and movement the most in this game is the way the maps are structured. Most of the maps in this game allow you to play any type of class, whether it be long, mid, or close range, so basically any playstyle is viable. All of these maps look insanely detailed and are really fun to play on. The design is really creative, with interconnecting paths and turns to keep both of the teams on their toes the entire match. There isn't a single map where one person can just sit and camp, most of the time, because the structure allows for multiple ways around the map to flank and kill enemies. The main thing you should focus on is to keep moving, because this isn't COD. You can't forget that other players have all these mobility and weapons to choose from as well, so speed is also important for aggressive classes. If you stop moving, you're dead because some Gen 50 try-hard crouch accelerated past the speed of sound to come kill you. Remember when I said that this game was rewarding and punishing? That's where these dudes come in. If you're a new player, I don't recommend playing past like 7 PM Central Time because usually that's when the tryhards shuffle their way onto the servers. New players are gonna die a lot because the movement mixed with intense, fast-paced gunplay is a bit overwhelming at first, but don't worry, we believe in you. Unless you use the smart pistol. If you use the smart pistol, you're going to hell. And don't think that I was just going to forget about the coolest part of this game. Titans. If someone ever tells you that X game is better than Titanfall 2, you should be beating that person to a bloody pulp because you can't drive a giant mech suit in Battlefield, can you? Running around the map killing other players is insanely fun because you feel unstoppable whacking the players away like ants. Until you realize that you aren't invincible because 3 other Titans just resized your holes by sticking a giant sword through your chassis. Overall, I love Titanfall 2. From its story to its slightly unbalanced multiplayer, every part of it was enjoyable, and I'm going to continue playing until I get upset and quit. And with that, I think I can definitively say that Titanfall 2 is an absolute masterpiece, and it gets a 10 out of 10. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. You know the drill. Like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, bye.
It's never better.